What's up, Homestead? My name is Nom Siddiqui, and I want to be your next ASB president. Look, I understand that there are many aspects of the school that can be changed, many people in need of help, and many opportunities to better understand one another. And I think that our student government can do so much more to help students out of that hole, to give them a voice, and inspire them to make change. I want to help address these areas, which is why I'm running for president, and I've got a few ideas that we can accomplish together. Let's start by providing more resources for English learners and less financially privileged students. Let's make prom and other dances less costly by maximizing ASB card sales and holding more fundraisers. Let's create a committee of non-ASB students to receive your input on planning school events. Let's have teacher feedback forms that students can complete on a regular basis. Let's create an online platform for all of us to submit suggestions, questions, or even complaints for ASB to work on. As a student, I understand your concerns. As a club officer, I know how to plan great school events. As a member of ASB for 2 years, I am well aware of how the school works and know that these goals are achievable. And as your future ASB president, I promise to do my very best to make the school better for all of us. Now, before I leave, here's a little something to remember me by. My name is Nom, that's Nom Siddiqui, and I'm running next year for president of ASB. I was soft secretary last year and club commissioner now. So if you're looking for someone to lead, I already know how. I've got great ideas to raise school spirit and money, and when you get to know me, you'll see I'm quite funny. Now when the time comes to vote, no need to be sneaky, just cast your ballot for Nom Siddiqui.
Hello everyone, my name is George Wen and I'm running to be your next ASB president. But first, do we know what ASB stands for? Associated Student What does this all mean? And what powers does this group even have? This has been an issue brought up countless times by students and groups such as the Epitaph newspaper. This year, large strides have been made to increase transparency, such as releasing the ASB Constitution to students. However, much more can be done. A question that I have been dealing with is, how can we help students be more informed about ASB, and how can we help students amplify their own voice in government? The simple answer, and my goal if elected, is to make transparent exactly what leadership does, and clarify what students, like you, can do to improve Homestead through government. I believe that my experiences in the student body, including participating in marching band and soccer, as well as my leadership experience as the junior class treasurer in CSF, Model United Nations, and on-class nonprofit, give me an edge in the skills needed to provide the students with an amplified voice. This year, as the only elected class officer running for president, I based fundraisers on ideas that the student body expressed interest in. We were able to take our budget from $30 at the beginning of the year into the thousands. Looking forward, I want to bring this success to a position that serves the entire student body. I am dedicated to Homestead and look forward to bringing 2,395 voices into ASB. Join us and vote George Wen for ASB president. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Z, and I would love to be your next ASB vice president. I've proudly served as class vice president for the past 2 years. I've also served on the student cabinet for 8 consecutive years. But I'm not running for ASB so that I can uphold the status quo. I'm running because I want to step up to a position that serves all of you, the entire student body. I want to change things for the better. And here's the million-dollar question. How? It's a question that's fundamental in implementing change, and it's one I've asked and answered throughout my time here at Homestead. How can we improve? How can we make Homestead better? Here at Homestead, we have over 70 clubs that represent diverse interests, cultures, and passions. We have color guard, marching band, choir, drama, and each and every sports team. Our diversity is what unites us. So how can we give every one of these groups the recognition they deserve and the support that they need? How can we make ASB more transparent? How can we build an improved homecoming, bring you better dances, and move Homestead in a direction that benefits every single student? Here's the short answer: by listening to you. If you want an amazing year, and an even better Homestead, here's how. Vote Z to be your next ASB vice president. Thank you.
What is up, Homestead? My name is Simon Lee, and I'm running to be your new ASB Vice President for the 2017-2018 school year. As ASB Vice President, I would work closely with the tons of clubs Homestead has on campus. With the club pool diversifying and extending every year, I would help new clubs and existing clubs run smoothly and with each other. Personally, I think what makes Homestead so unique and fun is the large amount of diverse clubs we have here. As part of multiple clubs on campus, I don't think my high school experience would have been the same without them. Homestead's campus is one of the most diverse in the area, and I think the amount of clubs and what they represent reflects that. Each club may seem different and separated from each other, but they all represent a major part of Homestead's everyday life. Being able to represent the junior class was extremely rewarding, but now I wish to represent the whole student body and get to know each of the classes and the clubs better. Thanks for listening, and vote for Simon.
So, I have a confession to make. I'll admit the thing I love most is definitely my dog, but a close second is Homestead. Hey Mustangs, my name is Ashley and I'm running to be your ASB secretary. Since my freshman year, I've seen Homestead students stand up for topics they believe in, such as the dress code or senior walk-in, and I'm constantly inspired by our passion and student initiative. Using this passion, I hope to create greater things for this school with the help of all of you. After 3 years in leadership, as freshman vice president, sophomore president, and currently community commissioner, I've gained the leadership experience an ASB secretary needs to make sure all student voices are heard. I also believe that my experience in different types of groups such as field hockey and CSF enables me to understand and represent the many different student groups here at Homestead. My two main goals are to bring the school closer together and to reduce stress through new events. Like me, I know most of you are not always extremely excited to come to school every morning. However, since we spend so much of our time here, each one of you deserves to have Homestead feel like a second home, where everyone has something to look forward to. If I'm elected, I'll prioritize my time into making the school a better place and a second home you all deserve. Thank you, and remember to vote Ashley for ASB Secretary.
Hey Homestead, my name is Angie and I'm running to be your next ASB treasurer. But first, let me give you a quick history lesson. This is Alexander Hamilton, a founding father and our nation's very first secretary-treasurer. Now, Hamilton is famous for bringing our country from bankruptcy to prosperity, and this past year, as your junior class social manager, I helped bring our dangerously low budget into the thousands through organizing and advertising successful fundraisers. Now, not only do Hamilton and I share the same initials, we also share the same motivation and detail orientation. This past year, as your FBLA treasurer, I have methodically handled all monetary transactions, responsibly managing tens of thousands of dollars flowing in and out of the club. In addition, I helped create and maintain a budget of over $6,000 for over 1,000 people for a large-scale FBLA conference. My experience with managing large budgets, as well as monetary transactions, makes me the ideal candidate for ASB treasurer. Now, Hamilton had 5 goals, and so do I. Increase ASB card sales through earlier and more impactful advertising. Conduct research to figure out the reasons for decreasing card sales. Allocate the money earned from card sales appropriately. Handle all monetary transactions such as check requests in a timely and accurate manner. And finally, increase transparency for the elections process through holding public forums. So Homestead, let's wrap up this history lesson and get voting. Remember to vote and heat for your next ASB treasurer.
Everyone, my name is Lily Lee and I am running to be your next ASB treasurer. Now throughout the week, you might have seen me going around to show everyone my magic tricks, but truth be told, I'm not great at magic. But what I am good at is achieving my goals through a well thought out plan. Last year, when I ran to be class treasurer, I promised my class that I can double our class budget. Throughout this current school year, with the help of my fellow class officers, we have practically done so. Next year, if I am elected as your ASB treasurer, I have 3 main goals in mind. First, I would like to increase the percent of ASB card sales from 40 to 60%. To achieve this, I plan on adding additional perks to the ASB package. I already have some ideas in mind and have taken the initiative to talk with the administrators in charge. Second, I would like to allocate enough money so that any club who applies for an ASB grant or fund can get the money they need in order to succeed, as well as host off-site projects and events. Last but not least, I would like to introduce fun and exciting events onto the Homestead High School campus. One of such events I have in mind is called a Stress Less Day, where teachers and staff are encouraged to give students less to no homework. This way, everyone on campus can de-stress.
I would also like to invite local animal shelters as well as mobile petting zoos onto campus so everyone can get a chance to interact with adorable animals. These are my 3 main goals as your future ASB treasurer, but now I need your help. Please vote for Lily Lee as your ASB treasurer, and together we can make next school year the best it can ever be. After all, I know how to make money rain.
Hey, who's there?
Hello, it's me, Catherine Dong, currently running to be your ASB social manager. Now you may be thinking, what does this girl have that makes her different from all the others? For the past 2 years, I've been the 2019 social manager. I basically know all the details like homecoming like the back of my hand. I've been extremely involved with the planning of homecoming, Sadies, and BOTC. I realized that I genuinely enjoyed planning these events and see it come together. For example, I've hosted all the flow building parties as a class officer. During these gatherings, it didn't feel like hard work on a sunny Saturday. To me, it was a valuable time to spend time with my newfound friends, all working together for the same goal, amazing quad decks. Seeing those large Cali letters up on the stage really validated all the hard work that I put into homecoming. Now, if I was elected as ASB social manager, I can bring that enthusiasm and dedication to the heart of all school events, while applying everything I've learned from the past 2 years to make next year one to remember. My main goal as ASB social manager is to make events like homecoming and BOTC engaging for everyone by including themes and activities that are interesting to the entire student body. Now, some of you may know me from swim or various other clubs on campus. I'm extremely outgoing and I'm open to any suggestions you may have for these upcoming events. Now, I need you to help bring homecoming and BOTC to the next level by electing me, Catherine Dong, as your next ASB social manager. If you're still a doubt as to why you should vote for me, just remember, you can't go wrong with Dong.
Hey Homestead, my name is Jiyoung Shim, candidate for ASB Social Manager. Now before we start, let me introduce a small joke to you. What do you call a bagel that can fly? A plain bagel! Wasn't that funny? Now, you're probably thinking right now, what's this kid doing? Why is he out there talking about flying bagels when this is ASB speech? Well, let me tell you, the bagel part is irrelevant, forget about it. But the flying part is what matters. My goal as ASB social manager is that all of us fly together. Not just the ones who excel at sports, not the ones academically advanced, but every single one of us. And that's exactly what I'll do. Among Homestead, I see groups that need a simple nudge to get on and participate in school events. And I'm willing to be that nudgist that nudges them. Actually, I'm pretty sure nudgist isn't a word, but it's okay. William Shakespeare made up words all the time. And am I, a simple Homestead High School freshman, saying that I am like the world's greatest author of all time? Yes, Shakespeare had great author material, and like him, I have great ASB social manager material. I'm not afraid to get out there and talk with people. I love Homestead, I'm involved in quite a few clubs, and I can count, I know my alphabet, and I keep up with recent social media. This is why you should vote for Jiyoung as ASB social manager. Thank you.
Hey Homestead, my name is Ritu Chanagiri and I'm running to be your IDC representative for next year. For the last 2 years, I've been a 2019 class officer and enjoyed every moment of it. Every homecoming, rally, BOTC, and the list goes on. And I've been part of several clubs on campus as well as 3 sports, and each of these has been my favorite aspect of Homestead yet. And through these activities, I've been to several tournaments, conferences, and events in which I've met so many people across the district and heard about amazing things that they do at our school, which I'd love to bring back to Homestead to give all of you the opportunity to experience as well. The purpose of IDC, the Interdistrict Council made of representatives from each school, is to 1, collaborate on events that are district-wide, like dances, rallies, and IDC exchanges, as well as discussing the solution to issues that directly impact student life at each school, meaning each and every one of you. So, as the IDC representative from Homestead High School, some of the goals I have for next year include 1, establishing an IDC website, giving all of you the opportunity to easily access information that directly pertains to you. The next is to publicize IDC meetings, meaning that each of you has the opportunity to hear about the decision-making process, about the things that, again, directly impact you. And finally, to implement more IDC events, giving all of you the opportunity to meet others across the district and bring back great things to Homestead as well. So help me help you make Homestead the best it can be by voting Re2C for IDC. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca Zhu and I'm running to be your IDC rep for the 2017 to 2018 school year. I have 3 main goals for the coming year, which correspond to the letters I, D, and C. My first goal, I, stands for improve. I hope to improve reachability and transparency. Recently, I discovered on the website of Lynbrook High School's ASB, posted by their IDC reps, that IDC Fantastics would be canceled for the coming year. I really admired their reachability and honesty, and I hope to bring the same to Homestead. My second goal, D, stands for dance. Last year, I attended my first ever IDC dance at Monte Vista. While I had a lot of fun, I noticed that most people weren't really associating with others from different schools, but rather sticking with their own friend group, which isn't really ideal for the purpose of the dance. I hope to implement more activities to allow people to associate and meet people from other schools in a low-stress environment. My third goal, C, stands for create. Although the cancellation of IDC Fantastics is unfortunate, especially for Homestead's many amazing athletes, I hope to create an alternative that everyone will enjoy. This could be anything. This could be a walkathon, a talent show. I want to hear your ideas too. So, what are my qualifications for this position? Currently, as Vice President of Japanese National Honor Society, which is the largest culture club on campus, I have learned a lot in the areas of communication, organization, and most importantly, cooperation with both people from Homestead and students from other schools. In addition, as Los Altos Youth Commissioner, I have worked with students from other schools across Los Altos, kind of like IDC, to create various events for teens, such as dances and finals week study sessions. With my experience in these positions, along with others, I hope to make IDC operate transparently and efficiently, and listen to your guys' ideas as well. Thank you for listening, and remember to zoom to the polls and vote for Rebecca Zhu.